Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the time that has been given to me to present my research proposal. So, the title of my research proposal that is improving the student speaking ability by using time token RN strategy at the 10th grade of SMK Negeri 2 Lotu in 2021-2022. Let's move. The first is definition of speaking. According to Kosar and Berry 2014, in page 13, speaking is an interactive process of constructing meaning which is comprised of producing and receiving information. And according to Rivers 2009, in page 162, through speaking can express her or his ideas, emotions, and reaction to the other person or situation and influence other person. So, it means that if the students can speak English fluently, it can help them easy to communicate and easy to explore their ideas. And then, the identification of the problem. So here in the reality, that is has the four problem of the student speaking ability. The first is the students rarely practice to speak, and the second one is the students do not master the vocabulary of the recount text, and the third one is the students are unable to master the generic structure of the recount text, and the last is the students are lack of language feature of recount text. So that is the problem of the student speaking ability, but here the researcher has the expectation based on the syllabus. That is, the students are able to analyze the social function, apply text structure and linguistic elements to carry out orally and written recount text with asking and giving information about incident or experience related to the context of use. So that is the expectation of the researcher based on the syllabus. And then here the researcher to solve the problem of the students, the researcher have the solution by using time token RN strategy. So here, according to Arons in 2009, time token RNs is approach that can be used in situation where there are some people dominate the conversation and some other are shy and never say anything. So teaching speaking using time token RNs useful to motivate and activate the students to speak English and get social with each other. So that is the definition of time token RN strategy. And let's move to the procedure of the time token RN strategy. There are several steps in applying time token RN strategy according to Arons in 1998. That is has 5 steps. The first step is conditional class to the discussion or cooperative learning, and the second one is every student given talk coupon with time 30 seconds or more. Every student given score as a time. And the third one is when finished talk, the coupon give again to the teacher. Every talk 1 coupon. And the fourth point is when coupon that hold on students was finished, students do not speak. When students still hold the coupon until the coupon is finished. And the last steps, the teacher and students make a conclusion and close. That is the procedure of the several steps by Arends or according to Arends. So here, the researcher also has the procedure to apply the time token Arends strategy that is has 7 steps. The first step is the researcher explain about recount text and types of the recount text. And the second one is the researcher give the students coupon that contain 30 seconds or more for every student that have been provided by the researcher with different color. For example, black, red, green, and also blue. And the third steps, that is the researcher asks the students to show the color of their coupon, and then the researcher asks the students to make a group depends on the color of their coupon. And the next steps, the researcher asks the students to discuss in each group about the factual recount text. And then the researcher gives the instruction for them to ask and give their opinion based on the factual recount text. And And then, after each student finishes the speech, he or she will return the coupon to the researcher. And the last step, that is, each student gets score based on the time used to the extend information. The score is not only based on the information that the students get, but also based on the speaking aspect. So that is the procedure from the researcher. And then the research method. So here the researcher used the method or the research method, that is classroom action research, where the classroom action research is a kind of research that can help the researcher to overcome or improve the student's problem which is occur in the classroom. So according to France 2001, in page 1, states that action research is a process in which participants examine their own educational practice systematically and carefully using the technique of the research. So that is the research method using by the researcher. Next slide, it's talk about setting and subject of the research. So here the setting of the research, that is will conduct in SMK Negeri 2 Lotu, that is located in Mazia Village, where the school consists of 9 classes with 21 teachers, include 1 person English teacher and 166 students. And then the researcher chose the 10 grade students, especially in OTKP class, that consists of 17 students as the subject of the research, because their ability in speaking was low and their score in speaking was on the MCC. And then the instrument to collecting data. So here the researcher used two kinds data. The first is quantitative data and also qualitative data. For the quantitative data, the researcher used oral tests and also sound recorder. The oral test, that is, will conduct at the end of the cycle to measure their ability in speaking and to know the students' weaknesses or mistakes after the researchers apply the time token orange strategy. And for the sound recorder, that is the guideline for the researcher to measure the students' sound, whether it is a correct or incorrect accent, grammar, vocabulary, fluency, and also comprehension by comparing to the correct sound from the native speaker or native-alike sound. But in the qualitative data, the researcher used observation sheet and also field notes. For the observation set, that is, it used to know the progress of the students and researcher activities that checked by the teacher collaborator, where the function of the observation sheet, that is, in this research, are to observe the researcher and students' activities when implementing action in the classroom. And the field notes, that is a blank paper used by the teacher collaborator to know the weakness and strength and improvement during the teaching learning process in the social event. So that's all about my presentation today, and thank you for your attention.